Great new day to all my self-care family and friends. Welcome to another episode of the Room to Breathe podcast. I'm your host, Life Coach 614, and I am so thrilled to have you here with us today. Whether you are tuning in for a dose of inspiration or just a moment of calm, you're in the right place. Before we dive into today's episode, just a quick reminder. If you're enjoying the show, don't forget to tap the screen, like, comment, and share. Your support helps us to connect with more amazing people like you. And we'd love if you gave us a follow and subscribe to our channel so that way you never miss out on our latest content. While you're at it, head over to theselfcareclub.org. We have some awesome affirmative apparel, motivational merch, and a bunch of free resources waiting just for you. It's all about empowering yourself, embracing growth, and prioritizing your well-being. Remember that you're not alone in this journey. We're all here to help, support, and uplift one another. Now, let's get ready to breathe, reflect, and grow together.
In the quiet moments, that's where I'll find a little room to breathe, leave it all behind. Give me room to breathe, I need some time to heal my heart, to clear my mind. Gonna love myself, yeah, I believe in the power of me. Just give me room to breathe.
All right, you guys. So, our quote for today, or our topic of discussion today, is be you, so what's assigned to you can actually find you. Be you, so that what's assigned to you can actually find you. How many of us are out here walking around in someone else's skin? Waking up every day, thank you, Peach. Waking up every day, putting on these masks, trying to be the versions of ourselves that we think that people would like the most. Pretending to be these people that someone's gonna like, someone else will respect, hoping that they love us. And we wonder why we feel stuck, right? We wonder why we're tired, we're frustrated, we feel unfulfilled. But let me tell you, it's because you can't expect that what's meant for you, for the real you, to show up. Good morning. You can't expect that what's meant for the real you to show up when you're out here pretending to be someone else, right? So take this for example. Imagine you're at a party. You're at a party and you put on a mask. And I mean like a literal mask, not a metaphorical one. So you've got this mask on and you're out here mingling and you're out here talking to people, right? But after a while, people start to recognize that something's off. They're polite about it, but nobody really sees who you are because you have this mask on, right? You got this mask in the way. So now all of a sudden, the whole vibe is awkward. Hey, Dee, the whole vibe is just awkward. And now you're standing there knowing that deep down, you're missing out on these connections with people. But you still don't take the mask off, right? Because now you're scared to take the mask off. Because you're wondering, what will people think when they realize it was me walking around this party with the mask on? But then you're questioning yourself, right? Because now the party's over, and now you're leaving thinking, why didn't I have fun? Everyone else looked like they were having fun until I came around. Why didn't I have fun, right? Why didn't anyone get me? I told a joke, no one laughed. I shared my experience, no one got it. But it's because you never showed them who you were in the first place. And so the same thing happens in real life. We're scared to show up as we really are, thinking that people won't accept us. So we hide behind these masks. We think, if I change this or if I change that about myself, then people won't accept me. So I hide. Thank you for sharing. Right? I think, if I just tweak my personality a little at work, or I play down my creativity, I hide what I'm really interested in and the things that I really like to do. Right? I hide the sensitive sides of my relationships because for some reason, we think that we won't be loved if we're not perfect. Hey, Twyla, welcome in. But all that stuff, all the stuff that you want in life, hey, True, whether it's love, success, joy, it can't find you if you're living a lie. So if you're constantly walking around pretending to be what you're not, all of these things that you are attempting to manifest and all of these things that you really truly want can't find you because it doesn't recognize you. Your blessings don't recognize you. So let's talk about dating for a moment, right? How many times have you gone on a date and you've tried to be more of what you thought that person wanted? Right? Ladies, we do this, right? Fellas, y'all do too. You go out on a date with a person and you pretend that you are more than who you are. You pretend that you like certain things because, I like what you like. Whatever you like, I like, right? So we trick ourselves and we deceive ourselves by pretending we like certain things, right? Maybe you pretend to love sports when you really don't. You act super chill when in reality you're passionate and intense. Nachi said me acting like I shave my legs. Listen, we all do it though, right? We've all held back our little quirks. Now, you fast forward a few weeks or months in this relationship, right? And all of a sudden you feel like this relationship is going nowhere. You feel drained and you're only, 2 months into this relationship? You're drained because you've spent all of your energy and time trying to be this watered down version of yourself. Thank you for the follow. Hey, Shorty Red. Right? You've tried to be this watered down version of yourself. But you can't build something real off of something fake. You cannot build something real with substance with a fake foundation. Right? That relationship didn't end because you weren't good enough. It ended because you weren't being yourself. The person who's really meant for you, they're going to fall in love with you, not some performance of you, right? Not you pretending to be who you want or you think that they want you to be. Right? Okay, some of us, maybe we don't have these problems in a relationship, right? So let's talk about work. Let's talk about work for a second. Maybe you're in a job where every single day you feel like you're showing up as someone that you're not. That one hit home a little more. You're at work and you're dimming your light because you don't want to stand out too much. Or you bite your tongue because you're afraid of ruffling feathers. You're scared of what people think if you actually have thoughts, right? But, that promotion, that opportunity, that position that you're dreaming of, right, is not going to come to you because it can't recognize you. It doesn't even see that you want it. It doesn't even see that you desire it, right? So, it's not going to come if people in charge can't even see what you're really capable of. If you're just sitting there and you're thinking, why can't they see my value? Why don't they see that I'm worthy of this position, right? Well, it's because you're not showing what you've got. Welcome in, Wanda girl. Right? They can't see because you're too busy hiding who you really are. And let's not even get started on social media, y'all. So many of us get caught up in this endless comparison, right? It is now a game. We are trying to keep up. It used to just be people trying to keep up with the Joneses, but now we're trying to keep up with the Joneses, the Kardashians, the Smiths, the Johnsons, the Jacksons, the Jordans. Listen, we're trying to be like everybody else. We see people posting their curated lives, their perfect little lives, right? And everything looks flawless when we're looking at this. So now we have no choice but to try to replicate it, try to duplicate it. We begin to filter our personalities the way we filter our pictures. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. But here's the kicker. While you're busy trying to be like them, the opportunities that are actually meant for you are passing you by. Good morning, Mr. Awesome. Rich Risings. The opportunities that are meant for you are passing you by because you're not showing up as your authentic self. It's like you've gone fishing with the wrong bait. I know, Wanda, like, now you speaking my language, right? You'll catch something, but it won't be what you're looking for. And I think that that's what a lot of us are going through and experiencing right now in life. And, you know, it is definitely because we have this new technology. We have social media, you know, and everyone's living out loud. But not everyone is living authentically out loud, right? Some people's lives just seem a little too perfect, a little too prim. What does they say on TikTok? Very demure, very cutesy, right? My life is not. I am not demure. I am not cutesy. Life for me is messy. It is a shit show. I embrace it, right? Because I don't want to be deemed as someone who's perfect. I don't want to look like I live some life that is unachievable. I live the life that is for me, unapologetically, authentically, right? So you can hustle your way into spaces. Hey, Code Mom. Hey, Blue. You can hustle your way into spaces. But if you're not being yourself when you get there, that opportunity won't last. Thanks, Apple. You'll burn out trying to keep up with this version of you that doesn't even exist. It's like running on a treadmill. I'm trying to speak everybody's language now. I'm talking to Blue, y'all. It's like running on a treadmill, right? You're working hard, but you're not really getting anywhere. You're making moves, but where are you going, right? All right, so I'm trying to give you guys all, you know, relatable experiences, okay? So we've talked about relationships, we talked about work, you know what I'm saying? We've talked about going to a party with a mask on, right? Right? So let's talk about being in a room full of people, because I want to make sure everybody can relate to this topic today. Have you ever been in a room with a group of people and felt the tension of trying to fit in? It's like when you're at a family dinner and you're holding back from saying something you really want to say because you know it's going to piss a couple people off. So you sitting there biting your tongue harder than you biting the meatloaf that they serving, right? So you just keep holding back because you don't want to piss nobody off, right? Them family reunions, them cookouts, Sunday after church. Y'all know what I'm talking about. For some of us, it's just Monday dinner with the rest of the family. We sit there, biting our tongue, holding back. Some of us even have it with our partners. It doesn't even have to be a whole group of people. For some of us, we haven't figured out how to effectively communicate with our partners. And so we're biting our tongue. We just sitting here staring at each other over the table like, because we don't want to say what needs to be said, right? And so here's the problem with that. The longer you do that, the more disconnected you begin to feel. Right? And the more disconnected, not only between you and the other person or the other people, right? But the more disconnected you become from yourself. You leave that space feeling smaller. Like you betrayed yourself, your own truth. And it just eats at you, right? That's what happens every single time you shrink yourself to fit in spaces that aren't even meant for you. So y'all know I'm about that truth. We about that life, right? The truth of the matter is life is messy. Life is messy. And being you is messy. Uncomfortable. And sometimes downright scary as hell. Especially when you see things that those around you don't see. When you get the meaning of certain things that other people just don't get. Welcome in, Perk. I don't know if I said that out loud, but hey, girl, hey. Right? It's like standing in front of the world with no armor on. Just a raw, unfiltered version of you. And of course, when you do that, people might misunderstand you. Thank you for the follow, TJ. People might judge you. Hell, some people might walk away from you. Tell them, bye. Right? It's okay, let them walk away. But here's the thing. The people who matter, they'll be there. The opportunities that are yours, they're not going nowhere. They'll come to you because now all of a sudden the things that are meant for you recognize you. They see you, so they find you effortlessly. They're going to come to you because they recognize who you are. So Truth says that's frustrating and people get upset. Listen, let them get upset. The days of us shrinking ourselves and dimming our light and sacrificing what we truly want are over. We said it at the beginning of the year. It is 2024, so we are aiming for more. Right? So we have to be willing to let our light shine. We have to be willing to show up as our authentic self. We have to be willing to be unapologetic. I'm living my life on my terms, and that's what I desire to do. Right? And I encourage other people to do the same. I want you to go out there and I want you to live life on your terms, because life is for the living. Right? I want you to go out there and I want you to get what's for you, because what's for you is for you. And that ain't none of my business. All I got to do is understand that you're doing what you got to do for you. Right? And I want you to have every single thing that is yours. I want you to have every single thing that you deserve in your life. But in order for you to do that, you've got to be recognizable. If you want your blessings to fall on you, you've got to be recognizable. Right. So Truth says otherwise, we cheat ourselves and not walking in God's will for our lives. Absolutely. So again, the people that you are wanting in your life and the opportunities that you want, they'll come to you because they recognize who you are, not who you've been pretending to be. And I know that it is tempting to try to be someone else, right? Because we think that that's the only way to get ahead, the only way to be loved, the only way to be accepted is by pretending to be someone else. But then many of us are suffering from imposter syndrome because now we're questioning, am I worth it? Do I deserve it? Is this really for me? Should I really be doing this? Is this relationship gonna last? Like, now we've got all these questions because we've pretended to be something else, someone else for so long that we can't even recognize what's really for us anymore. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Hi, Lady Ingram. Welcome in. And so I know that we've been pretending so long, hiding for so long, wearing a mask for so long. But we have to really truly begin to understand that that's not our path. You can't walk somebody else's path and expect to find your destination. So as you're seeing these people with these perfectly curated lives, you can't walk their walk. That's not your story. That's not your path. That's not what's for you. Now, you can be inspired by them. You can be motivated by them. You can be empowered by them, right? I can see that, I can see that this person is over here doing something, and I see that they're winning, and I see that they've got a lot going on, and I want to be like that. Now, I don't want to do exactly what they're doing. I just want to rise up. I just want to succeed. I just want to be inspired, right? Thank you, Wanda Girl. So I can utilize the things that I see when I see other people winning, and I'll be like, I want to be winning too. Let me get up and get my act together. So I can be inspired by the stories that people tell. I can be inspired by the things that people share, but I don't want to be those people. So I can take bits and pieces of what I see going on over here. Thank you, guys. And then I can manifest that and set my own intentions and cultivate that for myself. So that way I can walk my path and my journey. Right? So again, remember, you can't walk someone else's path and expect to find your destination. You've got to stay in your own lane. And understand that what's meant for you is it's already sitting there. It's already up there. It's waiting for you to arrive. Your destiny is just waiting for you to get there. Everything that God has prepared for us is already waiting for us. It says He went before us and prepared a place. So it's already there. It's already waiting for us. We just have to get there. And we're further off the path every single time we veer off in somebody else's lane. Because that ain't headed to where I'm going. Right? So just know that you have your own lane. And that what is meant for you is for you. And it will be there when you get there. And if you want it now, then you got to shift some things that you're doing. You've got to start being more authentic. You got to start walking in your purpose. Right? Because if you keep zigzagging into everyone else's lane, you're never going to find it. If you keep doing what everybody else is doing and clocking what everybody else got going on, you'll never find it. They say that curiosity kills the cat. I think that the cat could probably survive. Its dreams are just diminished. Right? So if we're so nosy and worried about what everybody else is doing and how everybody else got what they got and what everybody else did and who everybody else is sleeping with to get to the top and how they did that, and we're never going to get to where we're going. We're never going to receive what it is that is for us. So again, we got to stay in our own lane, y'all. And so we ask ourselves, what does it look like to be you? Anybody? Yes, that cat got 9 lives. Humans get 1. What does it look like to be you? And for some people, they're like, shit, I don't even know. Like, it's cool. We don't always know because we've lived in other people's shadows for a really long time. But I'll tell you, being you looks like leaning into your own quirks. Being you looks like embracing your imperfections. Being you means being loud about all the things you love. It means not apologizing for being too much. Not apologizing for not being enough. Allie says, I've been a people pleaser so long and I'm working on me now. Absolutely. And I am proud of you for that, Allie. I applaud you for that. Because I really believe that setting those boundaries is the first step to living a more unapologetic, authentic life. So I applaud that. Wanda says, to be happy and stress-free, I don't need elaborate things, just peace and happiness. Absolutely. And you deserve that. You deserve that and so much more. So being you also means, like I said, not apologizing for being too much. I always tell people, if I'm too much, go find less. Right? If I'm too much for you, go find less. I release you with love. Good day. I bid you adieu. Right? Peace. Later. Adios. Au revoir. Right? Being you is knowing that the right opportunities, the right people, the right blessings will show up at the right time. Right? But all of these things won't show up until we are being our full authentic selves. It's knowing that the right opportunities, the right people, and the right blessings will show up at the right time once we start being our authentic selves, right? And yes, we know that it is going to feel weird at first. You're going to want to retreat. You're going to want to throw that mask back on because you're going to step out there. The sun is going to shine brighter on you than it has ever shined before. All of a sudden, you're going to feel like you're in the spotlight, right? Because if you've been hidden or cloaked for so long, now all of a sudden, when you've released these things look a little bit brighter, right? You're going to step out and everybody's going to pause. Everybody's going to stop. They're going to stare. So you're going to want to hide. You're going to want to put that mask back on. You're going to want to cover back up, right? But the more you practice stepping into who you really are, the more freedom you are going to feel. You're going to notice things will slowly start to fall into place. You won't have to chase after stuff because you'll attract everything that is meant for you, right? And all the things that are meant for you will naturally find its way to you. That's that law of attraction, right? So stop playing small. Stop pretending to be less than the amazing person that you really are. Stop trying to fit into molds that were never made for you. Because what's meant for you can't show up until you do. So be you. That way what's assigned to you can actually find you. Short and sweet, y'all. That's what I got for y'all today. So as we wrap up today's episode, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. If you have enjoyed our time together and we are not friends already, be sure to give me a follow, subscribe to our channel, so that way you never miss out on the latest content. If you were a little late to class today, you can always go back and watch the replay on YouTube, or you can listen to the podcast on Spotify. And don't forget to head over to our website at theselfcareclub.org. There you can book a personalized one-on-one coaching session with me. We also have affirmative apparel and other motivational merch available, as well as a treasure trove of free resources designed just for you. Whether you are looking to elevate your self-care game or get some extra inspiration in your day, we've got you covered. I thank each and every one of you for being a part of the Self-Care Club community, and I'm excited to connect with you all again soon. Until next time, keep breathing, stay positive, and remember that you're always supported here. Don't be afraid to take up a little space and make a little room for you to breathe. I pray that each and every one of you have an amazing day, on purpose, filled with purpose, and I'll see you guys next time.
I found my